This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar at 5723 Bounty out here in the Del Cerro area of San Diego. Starting my digital inspection, we always like to start underneath the eave of the house. So your eaves are going to consist of your fascia board, you have your rafter tails, and then you have your starter board. Now, the reason why we like to start underneath the eave of the house is that it'll give us a really good idea about what kind of wood damage we can expect on this property. It also shows us just how good of a job the roof is doing as far as keeping water off the property itself. And you can see this roof was just recently, or the home was just recently painted. They did a lot of repair to this wood. A lot of Bondo was used on this wood. Now, when that is done, that does not necessarily mean that the wood is fixed, but it's always a temporary fix. So one thing that the homeowner has to be prepared for is wood repair. We can see how a lot of that wood is starting to be damaged. Wood repair is always that unknown variable for us within the roofing industry. There's no way for us to know just how much wood needs to be replaced until we tear this roof off. So just because the wood is nice and painted does not mean that that top section of the roof or of the wood is not rotten. So we're gonna have to wait and see just kind of what the condition of that wood is. But you can see there is definitely some wood damage. There will be some wood repair on a project like this. And then we'll go over that with the homeowner. Now, this roof does come with drip edge. Drip edge is this piece of metal. It allows water to run off the metal as opposed to running down the wood itself. Helps preserve the wood, so we love to see that. But we can see just how old this product is. I can lift this up really easily. You can see how brittle and old this underlayment is. This stuff is literally just kind of crumbling in my fingertips. I want to point out a few other areas on this roof that are of concern as well. We have an architectural asphalt shingle on this roof. Again, we can see just how aged this wood is, just kind of how soft it is as well. So again, there will be some wood repair. We have some whirlybirds on this roof. The whirlybirds are acting as the exhaust ventilation. And we also have some penetrations that aren't properly sealed. You can see we have this PVC pipe coming through that was not flashed properly at all. Water and moisture is going to be coming down this pipe every time it rains. Something to keep an eye out on. And then you can see all the granules that are accumulating in these new gutters. So every time it rains, the oils on this asphalt shingle product have started to evaporate. And as those oils evaporate, the granules will start to deplete whenever it rains. And they end up in the gutters like this, just like they're doing. But what that does is it exposes all the fiberglass on the product itself. So you can see these ridge caps are completely worn out. All the granules are completely missing at this point, and it's just straight fiberglass that is showing through. So now the waterproofing of this product is greatly affected at that point. Again, you can see all the worn out ridge caps over here as well. The other thing I want to point out is really just how loose this shingle product is. So over time, you know, as those granules deplete, as the oils start to evaporate, the adhesiveness of the product itself will start to diminish as well. So you can see how loose these shingles are. Now, if I can lift those up, obviously the wind is doing the same thing, and you can see how rusted out these nails are. So water's getting underneath these shingles as well. Again, you can see all the fiberglass that has been exposed, which is greatly affecting the waterproofing of this product as well. You also have this flat roof over here. Now, this flat roof has an asphalt shingle that was installed on top of it. That is not the proper material to use on a flat roof like this. You can see that they've used a bunch of sealant, a bunch of mastic to kind of seal off the layers of the shingles on this product. And that's because asphalt shingles are not meant to withstand ponding water. And on a flat roof like this water is going to sit and it's going to get into each and every one of these seams on this asphalt shingle product. So what we're going to need to do is tear this portion off. What I would like to do is replace it with a TPO roofing material, which is more of a commercial grade product. It's going to turn this entire patio cover into one singular membrane. We're going to take it underneath the shingle itself to ensure the proper waterproofing on this system. But based off the age of this roofing material, based off the amount of damage that's already been done, the lack of adhesiveness, the lack of granules on this roof, I'm going to recommend a full tear off on this property to go ahead and ensure that we're getting down to the wood decking so that we can address any kind of bad wood that's here. We're going to tear this down to the decking. We're going to replace that felt underlayment that I showed you with this synthetic underlayment. We're an Owens Corning preferred contractor, which means that this roof will come with a 50-year warranty from Owens Corning to go along with our workmanship warranty. That synthetic underlayment is part of the Owens Corning roofing system. We're gonna add brand new drip edge along the entire perimeter of the roof, brand new starter shingle along the perimeter as well. We will reseal and reflash each and every one of these penetrations. We're also gonna be replacing these whirlybirds. You got 4 of them that are on this roof with O'Hagan vents. O'Hagan vents are flat, low profile ventilation systems. Your neighbor right next door has a new roof. Those are the O'Hagan vents. So we're gonna replace these whirlybirds with the O'Hagan vents. You got 4. We're gonna add probably another 2 more to this roof just to increase that exhaust ventilation and ensure the proper ventilation on this roof. Once all that is complete, then we go ahead and install the asphalt shingle, and you'll have a brand new roof the homeowner won't have to worry about for the next 25 to 30 years or so. That's it for my inspection.